I hope that this records. I thought that I was going to do this as like a video that I post, but I was overall contemplating whether or not I would do this. But watching Queen Cup's most recent reading, I felt extremely inspired because she also gave a shout out to everybody who's doing this whole tarot reading, channeling thing via YouTube and who is new at the game. And that's just a shout out to anybody in general who's starting a new journey and feeling like they don't understand why it is that they're so drawn to something that's not really reaping any actual benefits that can be used, or the material, the standard ways that today's society understands benefits. There are a lot of us who are starting a new journey like that. We're doing something right now that has never been done before. And chances are you are somebody who has the energy of Pluto, Scorpio, or the eighth house because of the reason why I'm specifically speaking to those kind of people is because, and I'm part of this group, we are, all right, collectively, I believe that there's something about the general experience, especially that especially came with the oncoming of this year, that was very underworldy. It's giving something eighth house-ish. It's giving lots of death and rebirth, but it feels like we're still in the death part, where we're still burying things, putting things back in the ground, killing off things that are no longer useful, that whole schlep. So something about this year feels very that. And again, people who are attuned to that energy of needing to like bury things, understanding the ending of things, understanding death, understanding how death brings upon new life. I believe that nobody across all astrological systems, by the way, nobody understands this concept as well as somebody with an eighth house placement, a Scorpio placement, or some kind of Pluto influence on their incarnation. And what I'm feeling into and what I have personally been going through now is straight up, this is a season of blessings. But it's an issue for people like us to perceive that because of how Plutonian, Scorpionic, eighth housey, death, black, dark, shadow, we have been doing, yeah, it gets me very emotional. We have been doing work for such a long time that no one sees, that no one even looks at. We know the feeling of pouring into perceiving things and being passionate about changing things. Hey, Pearl. We know the feeling of being passionate about wanting to change things that no one else even wants to look at. So that when we bring issue to those things and we say, guys, are you seeing this problem? Either they go, no, I don't, or no, it's not a problem, or yeah, it's a problem, but girl, come on, just move on. And you sit there dumbfounded, like, what the hell? What? And then that continues being your thing. Thank you, Pearl. That continues being your constant experience. It's such a special, oh gosh, I'm in the triggering of it, It's such a special sense of invalidation that is supposed to teach us, blah, 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 how to validate ourselves, blah, blah, blah. However, because I think we know about this already, like, I don't think anybody understands the essence of self-empowerment, self-validation, self-dap, all of that reliance on the self. Again, my Scorpionics, my Plutonians, my eighth houses. I don't think anybody understands the importance of self-reliance like we do. This channeling, so I don't plan on pulling cards. Like I said, I don't know if I said at the beginning that this is going to be an express reading. I'm like really tight for time, but I just needed to say. We're in a time, yes, big blessings, and I had a line of thought that I've forgotten about. But anyway, we're in a time of blessings. And because of the darkness and because of how long and how integrated we very naturally are with our shadows. Oh, yes, this is like a warning or take heed. Please try to, and I'm speaking from within, so I don't know what the words are. I need to find them now on the spot. All right. The shadow work that we've been naturally attuned to, the way that we are so attuned to death and the darkness and the gunk of the world that nobody wants to look at, it has made our energy field very tight. And all of the blessings that, and the what I'm getting the sense of is that we are literally, it's going to be blessing after blessing after blessing, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be so intense that we are going to, that our inclination for the darkness that we've been in for such a long time is going to jump in front of us. It's going to be so quick for us specifically, Plutonians, Scorpionics, I'm repeating it so that you understand this is a specific channeling, and also to, I guess, validate us, our specific crew of people who've just felt so removed from happiness and from joy and from the sense of receiving love, and even to a certain extent from being able to give it freely, from me, from inside this experience. I've especially been noting how the scorpionic traits of me really genuinely block the ability to really understand happiness and joy and freedom. So that when someone comes beside me and they demonstrate it, I immediately think you're lying, you're avoiding something within you, or you're just doing this so that you can gain something for the self. You're not actually happy. You're not actually joyful. We're gonna be very pressured with these very specific blessings that are also going to be triggers that are going to dig out that stuff in us with the same intensity as the lessons did. Exactly. Thank you, Pearl. Exactly. And we are so used to a specific kind of dark-sided intensity. We are used to a specific kind of dark-sided intensity that that will no longer be useful for us moving forward. And we need to very it feels urgent because the blessings themselves are urgent. Like they're right here. They're going to come in so fast. And I feel worried for us. Even like for me sitting here, I feel worried that our darkness and the depression and just the real gunky shit that we're used to processing is going to get in the way of us being able to really receive everything. I've done a reading on this before, but it feels very specific to Scorpionics and Plutonians right now in the 8th houses because, I don't know actually. Well, actually, yeah, because the darkness is our home. The darkness is our first language. Being able to understand all of that stuff, like I said, the process of death and rebirth, in a way, really, we see it in people's eyes. Nobody gets it like we do. You know what I mean? Nobody gets it. And we've been searching basically our whole lives, right? Trying to gather as many people as we can who get it. And then we get people who we look at them and we think, oh, you get it? And then we think, yeah, no, they get it. Oh my God. And then they do something that's like, wow, they didn't get it at all. And then we start the cycle again. You know what I mean? It creates this ditch. So we have a ditch in our heart that needs to be filled, that is going to be filled with the blessings that come. It's going to invite a feeling of love that's very foreign to us. A feeling of joy, sincere joy. Oh my God, a feeling of like, wow, we were right. Like none of it was for nothing. All the work, the real hard, gunky work that we did in isolation, in sitting still, in facing our shadows and projections, and in trying our best to be consistently sincere with people, in trying to be good, it gets to a point where, hey, light blue, it has gotten for the lot of us to a point where we may be feeling like we're at the edge of that edge where it's like, wow, so this was for nothing then. So there are people who can be evil and they can still get away with it. There are people who can ignore their shadows and they can still manifest brilliant things for themselves. You know, that kind of thing. We're on the edge of that. A lot of us are really at the breaking point of that experience. And we're very convinced that nothing good is going to happen for us nothing good is going to happen for us because, we're just bad luck, that kind of thing. Yeah. So it's again, it's going to be so difficult. Oh my God. Shout out to us. Okay. I don't know if I've said this in this reading, but shout out to us. Like if you're a Scorpio placement, if you're a Pluto, if you have Pluto influence over your chart and Neptune, actually, 12th house Pisces. Oh, and Aquarius. Aquarius placements and nobody shouts you guys out enough. I'm actually going to put that in the description as well, that this is for them too, and Capricorns. Oh man. We've been doing work. We've been doing the Lord's work. We've been doing society's work. We're basically Jesus. Okay. We're Jesus. We died for the sin of others. And we deserve what's coming. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go soon. This really needed to be short, but I really wanted to just get across that intention that blessings are going to come in hey, you're going to be looking at things right in front of you, everything that you've been praying for. There was some point where you were praying every day for this for like a year straight. You know what I mean? This thing that's going to come and the things that will come with the thing. everything, truly, please, like, with everything in me and with everything that I feel our own angels are trying to say, please don't push it away. Please don't resist. Please don't overthink. Okay? There is a David Clements video that I'm trying to work through now that's recently posted. I will post it in the description. Where he mentions this specific trait that humans have of wanting to make a plan and use our minds to da-da-da-da-da. Just exercise in your heart, okay? Try to put your attention in your heart. Process all that pain. We're going to be crying a lot, okay? It's going to be happy, joy, yes, blessings, wonderful, but it will trigger the pain that we have been through to get to this point. And we have been through pain. We have been through pain. And you just need to remember that it was not for nothing. And I get the sense that also a lot of us, we've always had this thing that's like, we're different. We're different. There's something very different about us that makes us very special. Yes, we are very, very special. And all the blessings that come in, all the people that are going to validate you, they're going to say things to you where it's like, oh, you were definitely sent by God, because how else would you have known to say those words during this exact time? That's what's going to happen. Many beautiful coincidences. Just like, it's going to be a dream. Like, it's going to be crazy. Just please receive everything of it. Please don't doubt it when it's right in front of you. Please don't try to put labels onto it. Don't try to make sense of it. And don't try to look at other people and what they're doing, because I guarantee you none of what you see is going to be the answer to help you understand what's going on. It's very you specific. It's very you specific. God is going to dress up as people, situations, physical things maybe even, and is going to hand it to you. You will not be able to turn to anyone, obviously, and be like, wait, is this God? No. God is going to be right in front of you saying, yes, it's God. Yes, it's me. Don't ask anyone. Just take it. And then let whatever arises from within you to arise within you. Like I said, lots of crying. We're going to be crying so much. I've already been crying so much. And it's going to be, yeah, man, the floodgates have opened of tears, of blessings, of everything. Life is about to be so crazy. I also think that this is a build up to specifically Scorpio season. Our season? Yes, obviously death, rebirth, but I think that what has been neglected, as Pearl mentioned, is our intensity. And that intensity is really, that's life. You know what I mean? That's life. We've understood life this entire time. It's just a shame that our stories have built the way that they have in terms of like our understanding of it. But we've gotten it. We're going to get it. And I hope that we can have fun. Open your heart. I have to go. I love you. It's going to be great. Thank you for watching. Yeah, that's all I've got. Thank you for watching. Please keep out for a torrential. I think that the energy in the air deserves that kind of thing, just for me to be able to interact with anyone who would like to get cards and stuff, card pulls. But anyway, mwah.